Hey guys, welcome back to Tabletop Hero. As you can see here today, I got my Bolt Action game set up here on a table. I'm actually playing on a 3x4. I know some of you out there are probably saying, oh my god, the table's small and everything else, but I'm playing in 15 mil. And the reason for this video is what I'm making is I found out that actually using my old Flames of War miniatures that I mostly have done, there's a few here that aren't done, but I found that they work actually really well in Bolt Action. And a lot of people are saying, oh my god, for 28 to 15 mil, it's a personal preference. Totally agree. But I'm just making this video for those ones that are out there. There are three major problems usually for me on miniature wargaming. One is the space for setup, two, time, and three, someone to play with. So I'm trying to eliminate some of this with the time and everything else in the space. This is a way smaller imprint. I played it, actually I got 2 games in yesterday by myself solo. And it actually, with the smaller table, you get to the action quicker, less time. Moving all the bigger bases that are in 15 mil instead of all the individual guys, more time to play, quicker. And then plus I have most of these Flames of War figures painted. And instead of having 10 guys on the table that need to paint, there's 4 or 5 on each base, which cuts down on the figures I got to get painted. That seems like, for me, and I'm sure many out there who have a full-time job, children, responsibilities, household to maintain, or whatever it may be, it's not always an easy task. So, like I said, I decided to use my Flame of War. And I thought I'd just show everybody. And like I said, it played really well. And you're wondering, well, how do you keep track of the guys? Maybe it might be some of the questions. I do a few things a little different. I actually think are more realistic. Tanks, all the shooting, all the other stuff, it stays the same. On my infantry here, you still got your heavy teams, your mortarmen, your captain. And how I keep track, instead of putting 10 guys out, I use the dice behind them, and that tells me the numbers of the men in the unit. So, as I'm playing, they take a casualty, I roll the dice. Very easy. On the mortars, those platoons still got 3 guys on them. They're marked with 3 on the back of the dice. But what I've done different, instead of using the template, and I think is a little bit more realistic to me, is when you shoot with a mortar, and just say it's the first time shooting, like you normally do, you'd hit a 6. I hit the unit instead of using the template to go up and over it, because obviously it would cover most of the guys in the platoon. And again, like I think more realistic, when you got a platoon of guys running across the field and they're in the open, or they're all standing there, they're all generally pretty close, right? I just roll the dice for all of them. So if there's 5 guys in the platoon, I roll 5 dice and let it see how it turns out. So far, the times that I used the mortar the other day, nothing was crazy. I wiped a whole, a platoon of 10 guys out with one roll or one hit of a mortar. But in reality, in combat, uh, 1 or 2 guys when a mortar is usually coming in is, especially if you got a bunch of guys grouped together, that's not how it's going to happen. But so I kind of like that little house rule I did. Makes things easier, cuts the template out again, making the game flow a little bit more, and more time on the table. And like I said, the whole point of this, over the years, I've gotten back, but I started years ago, Flames of War, spent all that time painting, as you see, still didn't finish. Then I switched over to Bolt Action, got a whole shelf up over here, whole shelf of figures up over there, thousands of them, for the love of God, not finished. And it just seems to be one of those hard things for me to get done. And instead of stressing about it, I'm not a great painter. I'm sure most people who do or come into this hobby aren't all great painters. So I kind of like the 15 mil. Like I said, it's the less guys instead of each platoon, having 40 guys or 50 guys over here you got to paint. It's over 1,000-point army. 10 guys in each platoon, 8 guys. There's a couple guys on each stand and just get it done. Definitely give me new purpose and motivation to get the rest of these bases done. Like I said, let me stand up here. I got most of my German done. And it's really cool. It gives you an option. And the other part of it is too that I haven't really brought up, I think is a good point, is price point. There's a lot of companies out there that make really good high quality 15 mil guys besides Flames of War. Nothing against Flames of War. But sometimes they're a little pricey for what they are. Plastic Soldier Company makes a bunch of great miniatures that you can put on bases and build your own platoons as you want. It was like $25 for, like 145 figures, which is a smoking deal. And then Zaveda was another modeling company, does 15 mil that I found. I mean, you're talking, you can get a tank for $10. Some of the package, come with like the Opel trucks or whatever. You're talking like $15, $18 for 3 trucks, guys. And that's a pretty smoking deal. And they got little pack, $25, but you get 4 or 5. And even at the Flames of War on some of these tanks, unless you're buying like a Tiger tank or something, but like I got the Hetzer tanks here. I think I got those for $40, and I got 5 of them in the kit. Where when you go to Warlords or the other 28 millimeter companies that make the vehicles, to me or so forth or whatever, Talirani or whatever, that one company, they're a little cheaper, but what you pay for one tank, you can get 4 or 5 of them is the point. So I think the price point's a little bit better too, especially in these, I'm in the good old US of A, and we're screaming inflation after COVID and everything else that's been going on in the world. Anyway, that's a whole nother political thing. Totally not getting into it, but you know what my point is. Things are really, really freaking expensive right now, so frees up some money. So you're not dumping a fortune into a game. So anyway, these are some of the things I just kind of stumbled upon. I was sitting here this past weekend. Hit me during the week, and I said, what? I got to try that, because I got a bunch of guys done, a bunch of tanks. Not only that, I got like 3 armies worth of, pretty much I got to get some British, and I got the Americans, British, and the Russians, and the Germans. And for each of them, I got a huge force. Like I said, I'm well over 1,000 points here. I've never played 1,000-point bolt action game. And I actually did it, and it was actually in a fair amount of time. Solo, of course, because where I live, it's really, really hard to find anyone who's into historical military wargaming. So anyway, I thought I'd bring that up, show it. You guys got any questions on possibly about using the 15 millimeters? Put it down below. I'll definitely get back with you and how I might have done things, or if you have an idea to make things better with the 15 mil bolt action. Like I said, it works really, really great. I was really impressed. And to be honest, I kind of like it better than the 28 mil scale. But that's that, and that's just my opinion, but I just thought I'd put it out there. So hit that like button below. Please subscribe. Don't forget, leave a comment below. Be greatly appreciated. Let me know what you think about the board, about the size of the board, about my ideas, or the ideas of getting more time and play time on instead of painting and building. And I'm definitely my yin and yang there is definitely not balanced in the last couple years of playing miniature wargaming. It's always spent painting and building, and definitely very little time on a table compared to how much building and stuff I do. So I think this is a great way to get more time onto the table, and so far it's worked out great. Like I said, I got 2 games in yesterday, and then solo by myself. Then my son's messed around for 15, 20 minutes. So that's more than I've done all month. Anyway, so that's that. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching Tabletop Heroes, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.